Welcome, fellow adventurers, nerds, and neurodivergents. Sit back, stay hydrated, and prepare yourselves for tonight's adventure. We are a little late this week as we had some technical difficulties and life get in the way, but we are live. And the last time, where we left off, the Misfits fought against the Demigorgon, and it was a tough fight. They went back and forth, keeping each other alive, until Elrin decided to use her divine intervention, and was able to have a celestial solar come to their aid. As the battle raged on, the Misfits were struggling to keep up with the Demigorgon's regeneration. Elrin was able to cast a high-level spell and command the Demigorgon to protect her friends. Now, it and the Solar were sent south to fight Zariel and her forces, while the Misfits rest, recover, and wait for their friend's return back at the keep. We come back to the morning after you all got your night's rest, a long rest, and some other fun shenanigans with your companions and your friends that are still back at the keep. So we open to morning with breakfast being brought to your rooms by the one and only Mira.
Well, good morning, beautiful.
I'm surprised to see you awake.
I got an early start to this morning.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, 10 times better.
I brought some breakfast for the dragons as well.
Although, appreciate that greatly.
I see you had some extra visitors join. There were some extra visitors that joined us in this room here.
Yes, we have a few extras.
You look over to the other bed in this room, and you see Ace and Eos cuddled up together on the bed.
Oh, look at those two. All comfy and sleepy.
Huh?
I'm gonna run over and go jump on the bed.
Oh god!
Wake up!
When you do that, you realize they're both naked.
Oh. Naked, wake up!
Oh dear! Wee! Why not?
See boobs!
Ugh,
Tackle her.
it's so early. Why is there so much noise and an earthquake?
It's all good. It's all good. It's time for breakfast. Come on, get up.
This is how we wake up in the girls' room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's more boys than girls in this room right now. And he looks at
That
both the
doesn't-
dragons.
That doesn't make it a boys' room.
Nope.
Ace stands up and punches the air a couple times.
Eos just kind of looks at you. You see the look of all thought leaving his brain.
Oh?
He's a little distracted. It's a little early for the shenanigans. He's not fully awake yet.
There's never a bad time for shenanigans.
It is never too early for foods either.
Never.
Can we all just put on some clothes first?
Yeah, what we usually normally do in the morning is put clothes on.
I'd rather you not, but okay.
I'm still confused. Was that to me or was that to her?
You?
He kind of opened and closes his mouth a few times, but can't form words, so he just picks up a plate and starts stuffing his face.
There's a shirt somewhere on the floor she'll wriggle into.
He didn't get dressed, he just picked up a plate to distract himself and started stuffing his face.
Yes.
Okay. Both dragons greatly enjoy their breakfasts. Is there just a cuddle pile on one bed now where all three of you are eating breakfast?
Yeah. We don't eat alone.
We don't want anything alone these days.
Never.
Alright. So you guys enjoy a morning's breakfast, feeling rejuvenated and rather clean. We're going to go over to Malachi. You are awoken with a soft knock on your door.
Look, give me that. So I get up and I just kind of put on like boxers at this point. So yeah, I just have like undergarments on.
Okay.
And I go and
you
open the door.
realize that as you wake up, the mirror that you are with also wakes up. She was still in the room with you.
Just one mirror?
Yes, and you open the door and are greeted with the sight of Dark Mirror, bringing breakfast to you.
Oh. Morning. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I am quite hungry.
You worked up quite an appetite, so...
I look over to the other mirror. Do you want some food?
I'll have some food, yes.
Can I get some of that? And I kind of point. Is it like stuff that I can choose from, or is it just kind of like bespoke?
It's a cart of food that is pushed into the room. You're not choosing from it, you're just given the cart.
Oh, okay.
Breakfast
I grabbed
meats
the cart from
and
her.
eggs and various roasted vegetables.
What is all right? If I'm looking at Dark Mirror, what am I looking at right now?
Elegant but very sultry, seductive, like skirt and tank top combo with a light jacket over it, and then she has the chef's apron over that. Because, can't get the clothes dirty.
I would attempt to seduce her.
Oh, my dear boy, I was the one you were with last night. I just swapped out with this one here so you wouldn't get lonely.
Wait, why on earth would you swap out?
So I could go get breakfast for us. I was a little
But
hungry.
the other. And he just kind of smirks.
As you rack your brain, at some point last night, there were 2 mirrors in the room, and then you had fallen asleep because they had drained you, both of energy and focus.
Okay. And then Dark Mirror left, and then I woke up with...
Yes.
What is the other mirror?
Just the regular, standard, bar-made mirror.
Hold on one second. Technical difficulties, man. Headphones are being stupid. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. So then I'd take the cart and I'd look back at Dark Mirror. Tonight then? If we're still here, of course.
Oh, well, I have a feeling you will be. But, I'm sure that would be enjoyable like it was before. I'm
So
going
then-
to join you for breakfast. I just
Oh,
went to go get some.
Please. Maybe around 2.
You need some time to recover there.
And then I guess as she says that, he starts pushing the cart, and then his body kind of goes a little bit weak, and he
Yeah.
almost trips over the cart a little bit.
Yeah. You're not, exhausted, but you're definitely sore. You've been doing a lot of
Yeah.
running and fighting lately.
Yeah. And they're succubi, so they literally drain your life force.
Literally. Not as much as she's, controlled. She's not trying to kill you, but it just happens
No.
passively.
It does. There was a show on sci-fi, I think that dealt with something like that. So that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
But
But she's brought
but
you
yes, okay.
the nutrients to replenish yourself over
Yeah,
time.
I'm sitting on the bed in boxers, just scarfing down all the food.
Well, one of them's on one side of you and the other one's on the other side of you. They're kind of just, pressing themselves into you as they're eating.
This is perfectly fine, but again, I need to replenish my energy before, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak and spongy.
That's exactly why they're doing it.
Is there something going on here? I mean, I am eating, ladies.
Oh, we're
I'm
eating
not
too.
complaining, but if you're
Listen, you've been
draining
gone
my
for all of you
energy,
have been gone for a very long time, and we can't prey on the poor townsfolk. They'd die.
I'm a little concerned that you call it preying upon me.
That's what it would be if they died.
You guys are predators.
It's our biology, yes, but we don't try to be. It's just been a while, and we don't have an inn with travelers coming in and out of it anymore.
As I'm sitting right here eating food, I am going to subtly cast divine sense. What am I sensing from Mira? Like, is she celestial? Is
Celestial
she
energy.
pure celestial energy?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. No darkness in you, huh?
I'm a special breed.
He has a tail, though, right?
Yes.
What kind of tail?
It's very thin and scaly like you would expect a demon to have. But it's not dark in color. It's it's like a white, off-white-ish color.
And again, pure celestial energy.
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. You fascinate. I wasn't saying that, but I would say this. You fascinate me, Mira.
I
Truly.
fascinate a lot of people.
Oh.
I can willingly make copies of myself. There doesn't seem to be a limit. I haven't found a limit to that, at least.
Malachi immediately gets a devilish thought in his head and just kind of, there's a big, like, grin that pops up over his face, but then it kind of, goes away, like, shakes his head, like, and just keeps eating food.
Listen, when your soldier's ready to play again, maybe we'll see.
It doesn't say anything, just keeps eating.
I will say, I reached close to a limit when all of the inn rooms were full. That was a long time ago. How many rooms were there?
Yeah.
Well, the 8 physical rooms that you guys saw, and then I could extend the hallway by magical means to accommodate maybe another 20 people, 30 people. So another 10 or 15 rooms.
That's impressive.
It is, but when I'm spending
can only
magic doing
imagine-
that and then having one of me for each room, it's a lot.
Naturally. Slitting yourself must be taxing.
I got my fair share of repayment during those nights.
Well, nonetheless.
You're not the only one that replenishes my energy.
No. You are a hungry lady, so
The girls over in the room across the hall there also had an enjoyable time. And at this point, because you woke up around the same time that Dionysus is jumping on the bed, you hear a commotion of jumping on the bed and giggling.
Well, it looks like they're having fun already.
Not the type of fun you think, it's just a wake-up call. They're trying to get Eos out of bed. And he's grumpy.
Oh, the horse is with them.
But he's not a horse. He's a human. It's complicated.
But he became. It is complicated. He became a horse with a horn.
No one asked him what he was first.
And as soon as Malachi says that, he's going to get a big, he's going to pause for a second. His eyes are going to get really wide, and he is going to kind of finish eating really quickly, jump up, and get dressed very quickly.
Feeling insecure the entire time.
What happened?
I added feeling deeply insecure the whole time.
Oh my. No insecurities here.
Okay.
He was the first though, bro. You know.
So you get up, you get dressed very quickly.
Yes. And then I would run outside. What the fuck? Hold on one second. Because I just realized that I forgot to swap out a spell that I had wanted to add.
That's fine.
So is it okay if I do that real quick?
You're not doing anything important. You just woke up, so you're still off your long rest. So yeah, go ahead, swap it.
Okay, perfect. So let's do that. And I would run outside. I would get dressed, full armor and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I would just kind of look at the mirrors and be like, sorry, I got to try something. I got to go. Bye. And I would run outside, and I would just kind of take a couple of deep breaths, and I'm like hoping that this works, but I would cast Find Steed, trying to summon Midnight.
Okay. You're going specifically for Midnight.
I am.
Roll a D100 for me.
Uh, 89.
Not bad. Okay. And then do me a favor and roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion? Okay.
Yes. I'll give you advantage, so you can roll again. You don't need the advantage, but you could try.
Let's see if we get a nat 20. Nope. Close, but no.
That's fine. 33 will do. You successfully summon Midnight the Steed back into your service.
So how does the summoning happen? Is it like a poof of smoke, or do they just kind of materialize out of the air? How does that look?
So in this case, because you're going for a specific steed, you would feel the holy energy granted to you by Bahamut fill your person. And then light shines down sourceless, so it's not coming from the sky, it's just something that's like localized in the area. And in the light, you see materialize the shape of a horse. And as the light fades and the horse stays, you realize that it is indeed Midnight.
So yeah, like he kind of like as he's doing this, he literally just kind of puts a hand to his forehead, and he's just like thinking as hard as possible about Midnight, and he's just like, "I'm back to life," and he throws his hand out, and then that would happen, and I guess Midnight would appear.
Yes.
And
the light's so bright when he appears that you have to squint your eyes.
Yeah. Did it work? And he's just kind of like wide-eyed right now and like frozen. And he's like thinking to him, because I think I have a telepathic bond with Midnight, right?
Yes.
So I look at him and I'm just kind of like thinking in my head, midnight?
I forget what voice I used for midnight. Ugh. Ugh. That was scary.
And then I would just literally just kind of run at him and like hug him.
Okay. He seems to accept the hug, and he seems to recognize you.
Thought you were dead.
Trapped, not dead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why? You rescued.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Who? What? Sorry, there's squealing happening.
You're both still in your room doing shenanigans and eating breakfast and torturing poor Eos while the Miras that were with you stand in the corner and enjoy the show.
And much squealing.
Hmm?
Said and much squealing.
However much that you determined you were doing.
Sorry, I thought you were asking me something.
No.
Sorry.
You have Midnight back, Malachi.
Yeah, no, I am overjoyed.
There is like an aura coming off of him, a holy aura.
Mm-hmm.
He seems healthier, stronger, a little larger than he was before.
Haha! A true warhorse. And I kind of like give him a nice pat. You hungry?
A little.
What you hankering for?
He just puts his head down and eats the grass.
That works too. Haha! And
It's a warhorse. They're not that complicated.
Yeah. No. Again, this is perfectly fine. I'm just kind of looking around, just kind of like very happy that I got my horse back.
What do you do now?
I don't know. Honestly, I just kind of want to chill with Midnight outside right now, just enjoying the air for a bit. Unless there was anybody that we needed to flag down real quick.
You could chill at midnight. Right about this time, after the bright light disappears, you see Dark Mirror coming out, and the other Mirror carrying the tray cart of food. Ah, so this is what you were doing.
Yeah, he's back. And I proudly present Midnight.
Congratulations.
I feel complete now.
Oh, you didn't feel complete last night?
That's a different thing.
We'll see how complete you feel tonight.
Again, a different situation. This is a man and his horse.
They start laughing at each other because you start getting flustered.
Ah!
They start poking fun at you. Oh, we understand. We just enjoy making you all confused.
Enough! And my hands start like flaring up a little bit, like.
She waves her hand, and your hands go out.
I had that under control.
No, we have it under control better.
Oh, you're gonna be in trouble when the girls hear about this.
You hear nothing. You are in a room.
You don't know if the mirrors can communicate with each other or not.
What? No! Damn it.
Again, no one's asked anything about Mira.
That's not true. There's plenty about Mira. But we don't know what she's doing in this moment.
No.
So again,
Let's
I'm just
calm ourselves and sit and eat.
I've already eaten, but
No need
you
for
can continue to eat if you
flare-ups.
want. Again, and I put my hands up, just kind of disarmingly, like fire's out, fire's out.
Oh, it'll be out for a while.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead and try to make a fire.
I would try to flare my hands up.
Make an Arcana check.
26.
You fail.
Yep. What? Oh. I try again.
Make an Arcana check.
27.
You fail.
Ah! You're doing something! And I just kind of point at the mirrors.
Correction did something.
Well, undo the something.
We don't need to undo the something right now.
My fire is my own, and I'm just kind of like pressing against my chest.
It is. But we don't need this place burning down again, especially with how spontaneous you can be sometimes.
I told you! I have full control of it now.
Oh, do you?
I do!
One more flare-up, mister, and you're getting tied up.
What? Yes. Okay. Okay. Again. And disarmingly showing my hands.
She snaps her fingers.
Do I feel like something release?
You didn't feel anything when she did whatever she did before.
I open up my hand to try to see if I can, make like a little bit of light.
You make a little fire.
Hello?
I said you make a little fire.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Hold on one second.
More technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that was weird. My headphones.
That's fine.
Barely. I don't know why.
You make a fire successfully.
Okay. And then I'm just like, all right. Okay. All good then, yes?
Yes, yes.
And I look back at Midnight. Is he still eating grass?
Yep. Not even paying
Well,
any
you were no
mind
help.
to the dynamic that just happened there.
Literally. You didn't even step in for me, buddy. And I think that to him.
I'm a horse.
Yeah, that's your excuse for everything.
What am I gonna do against her? Do you even know what she is?
She's kind of like you, actually.
No. I'm just a horse.
No? Well, you're a special horse. And she's a special thing, too. You're both special in that way.
She's specialer.
I won't argue with you there.
So you're chilling outside, causing problems.
Basically. Well, no, not anymore. I'm done causing
Okay.
problems. I'm just chilling outside.
Well, in the meantime, Ace and Dianus, is your window open to your room? Like, do you have the blinds open? Or the shutters, I guess?
No.
No, they're
Is
closed?
it? They're closed yet.
Okay. While you are both doing your shenanigans and attempting to eat, and the mirrors are laughing as Eos is getting ever more flustered, you see this bright light, like a lightning flash, shine kind of behind your curtains or shutters.
What was that?
Some kind of bright light.
You think it's aliens? Ace will go over and look out the window and see what's going on.
How about we put on some more clothes before we do that?
Are there children out there?
I don't know if there are children out there. I haven't looked out the window.
This thing.
She'll put on her clothes really quick.
You find like some clothes that look like yours or that like they were made for you. That's more than just a shirt.
Excellent. We'll put these on.
You see Eos gets up and puts on just some simple robes. He follows you over to the window.
What's out there?
As you try to pull the curtain back, you kind of have to squint your eyes until the light dissipates. But down near the grassy area of the keep, you see a fully armored Malachi, a horse that is giving off a glowing aura, and shortly after, you see the two Miras walk out with a breakfast cart.
The horse! He's back!
Then one of the mirrors in your room said, yes. Your friend wanted to try to summon him and abandoned the chance for round 2 to go and summon him.
Interesting.
He also almost lit things on fire again, so he got scolded.
Lit things on fire. Why?
I don't know. Maybe something to do with the other versions of us poking fun at him.
Malachi would sneeze randomly.
It's not thing to worry about. Guys can go back to your shenanigans. We were enjoying the show.
But he threatened you.
No. He just got heated.
With real fire.
There's nothing much that could threaten us. And she waves her hand, and if Diana's put on any clothes, and both yours and Eos's clothes just vanish again in an instant.
Naked.
Had us put these on just to take them away.
Eos told you to put clothes on.
Brr, glad I have fur.
It's not that cold in here.
Are you eating the daddy?
Also, it doesn't do much to hide the most important bits. She kind of points.
Like I said, we were enjoying the show.
Fun to be naked.
Yeah.
Especially while fishing.
Let's not do that again.
Come on, that was fun.
Also, we're higher level now.
Yes, we are.
So are the fish.
So is the thing that stuck me in the hillbank, too.
That's true. Some eldritch nightmare that you had a tentacle.
It could still be there.
What? Use the daddy as a jungle gym. You can't have the daddy.
Ace is kind of gonna lean around the other side of Eos just to double check that his tail is gone while he's human.
Just because it's funny Make an investigation check. And please roll a 1.
5.
Oh, damn.
It's a
12.
12 total.
Yeah.
No, he does not have a tail while he's in his human form. And his unicorn disappeared. His unicorn horn disappeared. So he looks like a full human.
Hornless. His horn just moved.
It didn't move. It's not spiky.
True.
He is a human. For all intents and purposes.
There's something I was meaning to ask you, by the way.
Ask who, me or him?
He's asking us.
Yes. While he's kind of looking around panicked as he's naked again.
Oh, don't worry about them. They've seen it all before. When you were a toy horse, a toy unicorn, do you remember anything? Were you able to, like, were you still conscious?
That's a difficult question to answer.
I
Not
can imagine.
conscious in the sense that I was awake as a toy. More so, now that I'm awake, I'm aware of what happened while I was a toy.
What happened?
Mostly just a lot of being put out for various marketplaces and then packed back up and then put out again and packed back up.
Just makes like a little bit of a suspicious face. Did anybody ever purchase you and return you?
No.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I wasn't magical in nature. At least none that anyone could sense.
So
I'm also unsure of how I ended up as a toy.
I imagine that sort of thing would be very disorienting.
Yes. And it was relatively strong magic that did it.
Did you have a family back there?
Back where?
In the celestial realm?
I don't really remember.
That's sad.
It is.
I'm sorry. She gives him a hug.
Good girl. It's a
He tries not to have the physical reaction that would happen while naked and hugging.
Does it work?
But it happens. He has the physical reaction.
Ace will hide it with her thighs.
You
Like,
try,
they wrap
but
around
not in time for it to be hidden completely. Deonis and both mirrors get a decent look at it before you hide it.
Hey.
Wow, he's really hung like a horse.
That was a bad joke.
It's the one that's been implied. She just had the nerve to say it.
Yes, well,
I was just observing.
Ace, with your encounter with Eos last night, this is the first time you see him flustered in this situation and at a loss for words. And you can swear that he's blushing.
That's adorable.
And Mira, one of the mirrors is talking. Young Ace,
Yes?
would you care to maybe share your friend there?
I don't know if that's a thing that he wants either. Maybe. I just kind of look at him.
There's just, again, stuttering and not really able to form a thought at this present moment. He is being pressed into you right now, so, distracted.
I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Make a wisdom saving throw. And I need to make a wisdom saving throw for Eos. There's the natural one. Oh god, the dice is so laggy. Why was that so laggy?
I don't know.
Was yours laggy?
A little bit. Not too bad.
My internet's been screwy all day.
Ridiculous. We both got an 11.
I think you'll find your mind's changed now. You feel an influence creep in to your mind as you have this undeniable and intolerable need and carnal need that has just bubbled up from within you.
Oh.
You're under a succubus's charm.
Yeah.
And Eos is under a succubus's charm.
This is gonna get awkward for Dionysus really fast.
Oh boy.
Oh, young Tabaxi, I'm sorry, I didn't include you. Would you like to join?
I think I'll skip out on this one. I'm gonna go
Make a
for a morning
wisdom saving
stroll.
throw.
Oh no!
You should have said morning stroll before they started charming people.
Oh, bitch! I suck at wisdom saving throws.
Apparently so does Ace, because she rolled a natural 1.
I normally don't suck that bad.
I got a 9!
No.
I got a 12 altogether.
We're full of
Group
failures.
of you spend the morning doing various relaxing activities.
Oh, interesting.
And adult activities.
Wow, chicka wow wow.
Malachi,
Smells like sex.
from down on the front of the keep where you are, you swear you heard the faintest cry, or you can't quite put your finger on it.
Something going on in there.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Okay, you say so.
There's one of my copies is in there. They're fine.
Carry on. And he just gives a little smirk.
Are you doing anything else outside, Malachi? Or are you just chilling with Midnight and eating breakfast and enjoying the company that you'll have?
Yeah, no, that's all I'm doing outside. Just kind of chilling. Again, I got my buddy back, so I'm just really happy with that.
All right. Young Pendragon.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back. There's a knock on your door. The smell of breakfast hits your nose.
It smells so good, but I don't want to get up.
Young Pendragon, you recognize Mira's voice.
Yes,
May I enter?
you may.
Okay. Some of your companions weren't decent when I entered the room, so I figured it'd be safer to ask.
It sounds like everybody had a good night.
You could say that. She gets a smirk on her face. Some of them might be having a good morning as well. But here, I
Oh?
brought you some food.
Oh, thank you. Is that what I smell?
Yes, and it's various, for you, various fruits and vegetables, both roasted and raw. Some, like, breads and biscuits and spreads. No meat.
Oh, I thank you for not bringing me any meats. With all the killing and everything going on recently, I need to not think about being a cannibal and actually going back to being peaceful and tranquil.
Wow, that might be difficult in these difficult times. I do
Oh.
support your lifestyle.
As long as you put your mind to it, anything is possible.
Would you like company while you eat?
Sure. Aren't you, you said that everybody else is having a good time. Aren't you usually the entertainment?
I have copies that are being the entertainment.
Oh,
Besides, nobody should eat breakfast alone.
so does anybody ever get the true you or just copies?
They're all the true me.
They're all parts of you, but not all of you.
Let's say that we're all connected at the same time.
Okay. You are all one,
Yes.
in a sense.
Whether all of us being one it means that there's only one of us, or 20 of us.
Well,
It's helpful for when we need to cook and serve a very large group of people.
I mean, I heard a story once of somebody's life theory of how we are all one. We just all live in a different timeline.
That could very well be.
Like every lifetime is just like I could be you in my next life.
You'd have
Whether
a
it
lot
goes
of
back
fun
in
if you were
time.
me.
Oh, I bet I would from what I've seen. Everybody else finds you very
You were-
entertaining.
You were offered the same entertainment, but you had declined.
No, well, I figured, I didn't want to like overload you too much. I was gonna try to see maybe catch you on a night that everybody else was too exhausted to do anything, but
We
you
could play
just
catch up now.
oh, I,
You walked into
I-
that one.
I'm just kind of like got a grin and blushing because I'm speechless.
I could have our Tabaxi friend join us.
Which one?
The only one that's home right now.
Oh, that's right. Devlin's still out. So, but, well, I mean, if she's not already being entertained, I'm sure she wouldn't mind to
entertains
join.
herself.
Oh, you know, with that cup and ball thing, yeah, she entertains herself pretty well.
How
That was
about
excellent.
we eat? How about we eat some breakfast first, and then we can get on with the entertainment. After all, you do need to replenish your energy.
I mean, I did eat pretty well before I went to bed, but that was all the meat that I ate, and I need to catch up on my greens. So yes, I will gladly eat this food before it spoils.
She sits next to you, grabs a plate, and eats, and sits a little too close to you. For eating purposes, at least.
Can we all just appreciate for 1 second that the beginning of the conversation was essentially, can I offer you an egg in these trying times? It died.
Anyways, I just kind of embrace the closeness.
Seeing as you woke up a little later than everybody else, as well, it seems you were the last one visited with breakfast. Everyone else is well on their way. So by the time you are done with breakfast, Pen, unless there's anything else you would like to discuss with Mira while you're eating.
No, I don't like to talk with food in my mouth.
Okay.
I have a big mouth, so it's hard to not show food when I open my mouth.
To be honest, your charm, the charm effect on you instead pulls you away from your current activities and entices you over into where Pendragon is staying.
Does she kind of float over like a cartoon following a pie smell? How does that work?
There's still physics. There's no cartoon physics. But the glazed over look in her eyes from the charm and Mira's influence kind of has her break away from the shenanigans and just walk across the hall to Pendra. Pen, in the middle of a mouthful, you are greeted with a very naked tabaxi at your doorway, and a smirking Mira next to you.
Whoa, well, hello, Dionysus. You're quite naked. I mean, lovely, might I add.
Thank you. And very naked I am.
I just kind of look over at Mira.
There's a sweet scent in the air, as well as just you see the kind of half glazed over look in Dionysus' eyes.
So we're not finishing our meal. Or wait. This was oh. The salad was the appetizer. You guys are the meat. Gotcha. All right.
Actually, the salad was the appetizer, but you're the meal.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm not just gonna lay here. I mean, unless I'm forced.
I pull out rope from somewhere.
Well, there's your answer, Pen. It sounds like you're gonna be forced.
I know she likes her rope, so of course I knew she was gonna pull out the rope and tie me up.
Malachi, you hear more commotion and squealing coming from the same section of the heap from outside. And Dionysus does enter your room and close the door behind her. And then the rope becomes enchanted by Mira.
I just want to know where she got the rope from, because she was naked.
She has ways.
Oh, okay.
I always have a piece of leather or something somewhere.
Okay. That's, I'm sure I'll find out eventually.
I don't think you're meditating, Pen.
No, I'm not. I'm just kind of, and I don't know what to do because I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know if I'm about to get attacked and restrained or.
Yes.
Or if we're just gonna.
That was the
You
right
know.
answer.
So.
You get pounced on.
Okay. All right.
Just go with it.
I kind of try to like catch whoever. I'm not sure exactly who pounced, but I'm gonna try to like just wrestle with them.
Make an
got
athletics
it.
check.
Like try to get on top, type deal.
Make an athletics check.
$19.
Oh. Okay. I will roll for Dionysus. Because the internet just went out, she said.
Oh no. Are we at minus D4s?
Oh, it's so slow. Yes. No, you're at minus D6s because that's a nat one.
Fuck!
Every girl knows just because someone's on top of you doesn't mean that they're in control.
No, but when you're wrestling, usually you want to be the one that's on top.
Oh, Pen, you're not wrestling. Not really.
This is a form of wrestling.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
It's
Yeah, I have a voice, but I don't have the internet to roll or anything, so.
That's fine. I rolled for you, but it was a nat one.
it's a form of wrestling to see who pleases who first.
Apologies, I'm just the peanut gallery. I'm not in earshot of this.
You successfully overpower your assailant. In this case, I will say.
You just decided to hang out with your horse instead.
Isn't that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she. Ooh, that was dirty. That was
Oh.
dirty.
Dirty.
So since she's the one that pounced on top of me, and I countered, I'm gonna try to take the rope off of her and tie her up instead.
Joke's on you. The rope was enchanted by Mira.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You might have said it, and I might have knew it as a player, but Penn
That's
didn't
true.
know that.
Penn would not have known that. In the moment that you take control, the rope begins to move on its own.
Oh! This isn't what I want to happen. No, I'm just kind of like, I guess, wrestling with the rope to try to control it while on top of Deanna's.
I'm just laughing hysterically.
It is kind of silly to watch you wrestle with a rope.
Indeed.
I'm guessing that the rope is winning and it's tying me up.
It ultimately succeeds and constricts you like a boa constrictor before receding to accomplish its goal. And then Mira speaks up. Oh, that's better.
A little tighter would be nice.
With that, we will move to back outside to Malachi.
Better be careful. She's gonna full on shibari you.
Malachi.
Yes.
Are you having any conversations outside with Midnight or Mira? Or any of the random passerbys that are working on renovating the outside areas?
Okay, so which mirror is with me? It's Dark Mirror?
Yes, the other one went inside at this point to take care of the other things that need to be taken care of around the key.
I would sit on the grass, just kind of near Midnight while he's eating, and I would just kind of motion to Mira. Will you join me?
Sure. Sits on the grass next to you. Grabs a plate of food.
Any word from Gilrael and them?
Unfortunately not. Though we
They're
haven't
still in
had any
transit?
messengers from the council yet. We're expecting some sort of update this morning.
Is there supposed to be a council meeting this morning?
I don't really think you can call them council meetings anymore.
Was there
Kind
any
of.
sort of convening this morning?
There's one planned for around lunchtime. If we don't hear anything, talk about sending out a search party to make sure they're okay. I'm not sure if that's the
No,
best
I would-
idea.
No?
We're primed for another ambush. If we send out a search party, we'll have even less people here if we get attacked.
You think we're set to be ambushed?
I think if I were the one calling the shots, I'd hit my enemy when they were at their weakest.
No, that's fair. Hmm. I won't lie. I do want to know where they are and if, how many of them actually survived that onslaught. But again, the goal is to save as many people here as possible. And I'm just looking around. Do I recognize anybody that's passing by?
No one of importance. You do recognize some of the commoners and tradesmen and craftsmen that you kind of had the rallying speech with,
Mm.
and they just kind of nod your way, but keep their distance.
We've all been through a lot, haven't we? I'm just looking to mirror.
Yeah, everyone here, and I presume you all. It's been a lot. I can't help but feel that something major is going to happen.
What makes you say that?
Well, Asmodeus is coming back, for one.
Sure, but don't we? I mean, we have a plan to deal with him.
I'm sorry, you have a what? You're getting a little warbly.
Sorry. I said that we have a plan to deal with him, don't we?
Well, there were some scribes working on those translations, trying to figure out a way to more easily cast the rituals. And from what you all said, you sent down a couple of very powerful entities. I can't help but feel, though, that this is going to be a tough battle on everybody.
Tough battle or not, we'll fight it nonetheless. We don't have a choice, do we?
No, I guess we really don't. At this point, it's for survival.
Mm. Know that you'll always have my blade.
And you'll always have all of ours. All of you. Shenanigans and festivities aside, in all seriousness.
Gratitude. And
At
you just
this
kind of
moment,
yeah. Oh,
you see a flare shoot up over the to the north, probably a few hundred yards inside the forest from the gate, the main gate. A flare shoots up into the sky to the point over the opening where you can see it.
Malachi perks up his head and turns in the direction of the main gate.
It takes a few moments of uncertainty and tense intensity. The air feels heavier. You kind of freeze. You don't know whether to grab a weapon or a med kit.
I'm just looking intently right now.
There are guards. Most of the wall is fine. There are just sections of it that are burned. So the guards that are near those sections kind of start running back and forth, yelling to each other, and then you see one approaching you quickly, and he gets to you. He's out of breath. He's panting. Young kid.
Speak up, man.
I'm sorry. I'm a volunteer. just started yesterday. They're back.
What is it? What do you need? Oh. The other party.
The other group. All of them.
Malachi jumps to his feet, including the pantsless one.
I'm not entirely sure who you're referring to.
Gilroy, boy.
Ah, the commander. General? I'm not quite sure what his title is. Yes, but I'm pretty sure he was wearing full armor when we sent him out.
Thank goodness.
Anyway, they're
back to
they're back. Just through the bushes. We were told to find a counselor and get whatever provisions and medical staff on standby.
Is there any food left?
There's a bit of food left on the cart that was brought out. You see now that one of the other mirrors is standing at the door, and there are just the medical staff, like the clerics and the monks, that are in the medical room, and there are some various other rations being brought out in preparation for whatever state this group is returning in.
I motion to the boy, get some food. Heal yourself. I'm gonna go invest. I'm gonna go take a look at the other party.
All right, so you go up to the front gate, and as you approach, you are officially the highest-ranking member standing in this area.
Yep.
Because you are the first highest-ranking member standing in this area, you also take control.
Form up.
You have those around you kind of just prepare the area around you. They kind of, clean nature as much as they can. Make sure it's not just covered in ash. They get bedrolls set up. Some tents are getting set up for field medics. And you see the first group of people break through the tree line.
Who is it?
You see Erdlock, Yak. They're carrying a stretcher, like a makeshift stretcher. It looks like Gilroy's pretty injured on the stretcher.
Is he conscious?
He is, but he's injured.
Badly injured?
His arm's bandaged up and kind of in a sling. You can see blood seeping through one of the bandages wrapped around his leg. He's got a patch over his eye. Covered in burn marks. You do see the your three fangirls. Pretty sure they were. Maya, Prathana, and Nayla.
Yep, I remember.
They have some scratches on them, but they don't look to be too beat up. You see a couple other monks and various clerics carrying stretchers with other injured on them. No dead bodies so far. There's some people that are kind of doing the shoulder carry with the limping. And then you hear the screech of a pterodactyl, and it lands behind you, and you see Zalhace and Sarxador get off of it. And then you do see Devlin riding on the back of a transformed blue nine-tailed fox. Kind of come running from the back as the rest of this group comes through the gate. They come running up as they were probably protecting the rear from any flanking attacks.
It's truly good to see all of you. even you, Joe Rael, and I give him a smirk.
It's good to be able to lay an eye on you too.
I don't know if this is gonna do anything at all, but I would put a hand on his shoulder, and I would use lay on hands, and I would just burn through the whole 30.
How many points of lay on hands?
30?
Oh, you're using all of them.
Yep.
As you do so, you see like there was blood pooling underneath his leg, and he kind of winced when you put your hand on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
While the blood pool is still there, it's not dripping. It slowly starts dripping. It slowly stops dripping until it stops dripping completely. And he stops wincing, even though your hand's still putting pressure on his shoulder. Thank you, my friends.
I'm sorry I can't do more. I applaud your service.
We were just glad you were able to complete your mission. Thank you for the reinforcements.
Of course. And I motion to the medics, and I just kind of point him, priority for this one, please. We need him back up.
They take him direct. Mirror guides them directly inside. They don't even stop at the med tent out here. A lot of the limping people and the people with like scratches are stopping in the med tent, but anyone on the stretchers is being brought directly into the medical ward within the keep.
What is Earthbox kind of how damaged is he?
Who?
Earthlock?
Erdlock was with you guys most of this time. They were just sending to kind of do the cleanup and the escort back.
Okay,
he's a little dirty. He's got ash on him. You see, he's got like a couple cuts, across his arms, and looks like something got him right on the cheek. Nothing too deep. None of them are bleeding anymore.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna give him a slight smirk, and I'm gonna point to the one on his cheek and say, "That looks fresh."
I bet you didn't look too good yourself when you got back here.
Haha! No, I stank. And I just kind of just big old bellowing laugh.
We gotta help get the rest of these people taken care of.
Gratitude, and I just kind of give him a nod. I would also look to Yap and say, "You're Dragonborn. He's an invaluable member to our party."
I'm glad. I trained him as much.
His magic
He's surpassed my expectations.
That does not surprise me. I think he surpassed all of our expectations.
Maybe not his own.
He does seem to be hard on himself. I don't understand why.
It's not my place to tell you that. Maybe you could ask him yourself.
I think either way, he's glad to have you.
Yes. That we can agree on.
And I just kind of give him a nod.
You look back towards, because they're going into the medical ward to make sure that no one needs a report from them. And as you look back towards the door, you see Asuna with Kazuto draped over her shoulder, and he's like hobbling his way out. He's like trying to get to help.
I would go and help her.
I've been trying to get him to lay down, but he insists on being out here. Seems like we were beat, though, as you were already out here, Counselor Malachi.
Yes. What's her official title?
It's just Counselor, lady,
Okay.
either or.
Yes. Yes, counselor. Uh, I don't know. I mean, he's a fighter, and I just kind of give a big cheese smile. I can sympathize.
Unfortunately, it looks like you've got most of this under control. I don't think we're going to be of much help out here. Right?
I
And
can
she kind of
oversee.
gives you a wink.
Yep, no, I can oversee things here. You guys should head inside, I'd say.
I need to be out here for the people. And he's kind of wincing and using his other arm to hold his ribcage.
I mean, the people need you healthy, yes?
Yes.
Best not to become useless.
You do have a point. Let me just sit down on this step here. And he kind of just starts getting down to sit on the step.
You don't want to get comfortable here, right? They've got beds and whatnot back in the tents that they've set up. Best to lie down. Give yourself a chance. And I guess I would be.
I mean, you can roll a persuasion check. It's not going to be very high DC. Rather easy check.
Okay. Oh, I rolled low, but 20, dirty 20.
Yeah. Alright. At least keep me with my people. I'll go into one of the tents.
There you go. That one's filling up. And I just point out one tent close by.
Okay. Thank you. I will get him over there.
Gratitude, counselor. And as they walk away, I would just kind of turn around and see somebody doing something stupid. Like, what are you doing? That doesn't belong there.
About this time, the mirrors in each of the rest of the Misfits rooms say, that's enough for this morning. The survivors are back.
What?
The survivors are back.
God.
She snaps her fingers. I guess both snap their fingers. And your clothing, armor, and weapons apparate on you. Young Malachi is handling the situation on his own, but I think he's starting to get a little overwhelmed.
Well, I hope I don't need the weapons, but I appreciate it nonetheless. She's gonna grab Eos by the hand and head out.
Okay.
Which direction?
Follow the stairs down, and you'll be jumped right out into the main corridor, and you'll see the entrance.
Follow the lots of sounds. Got it.
Yes. If you get lost, find one of me. Both dragons follow you, Ace. Although Draco seems a little lost as he's looking for Dionysus.
I'm sure she'll show up soon, buddy.
Same conversation happens in your room, Pen and Dionysus. You're told that Malachi is managing all the survivors, and that it's about time that shenanigans end and work begins again.
What survivors?
She snaps her fingers to release and clothe, armor, and weaponize both of you. The Gilrael's group with the reinforcements you guys sent down to them.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh,
Guess we better get to it.
do you have any report of? Is everybody all right? Is there anybody injured?
There are quite a few injured. We have a handful of serious injured, one being Gilrael himself. Fortunately, the reinforcements you sent, they've got some scratches and bruises, but they're fine. That includes both Yak and Devlin.
I appreciate you getting me dressed so fast, but I still got to sit here for a little bit. I'm quite.
I can handle that. Snaps her
And
fingers again.
Oh.
Magic.
I
Don't
don't-
question
I don't-
it.
No, I get it. I just don't know if I liked it. Anyways, I got people to help. Continue another time.
You know where to
I,
find me.
That I do. Until then. Yeah,
As
walk
you
up
both leave the room, you run into Ace Neos, leaving the room at the same time. And as you get to the top of the stairs, you hear Malachi yelling at people to be stupid or yelling orders to people. His booming voice can be heard throughout the halls, even though he's outside.
Well, I guess we know where to go. Gonna start heading towards.
I'm sure the sick and dying are really enjoying that being their last sounds.
I mean, to us it'd be terrible, but to them, it's probably really relaxing. They really look up to us.
Your optimism is precious.
Sorry. I just gotta look at it both sides of the fence.
Don't be sorry. That was not sarcastic.
Well, shall we?
You guys go downstairs and go out the main entrance to the courtyard and see the back of Malachi as he's talking to someone and directing them where to go and triaging.
Wait. The other way. That goes to the other tent.
Malachi, do you even know which tent is which?
Wah! And then I turn around.
You see the Misfits
Oh!
plus Eos and 2 dragons.
You're all here. Lovely. Help me get a handle on all of this.
Give us a rundown real quick.
They're back. We're trying to get them all sorted and taken care of.
Seriously injured?
So at this
A
point,
few.
the
Yeah.
seriously injured would be in the main medical room within the keep. The rundown is there are 2 medical tents, one for just a quick look over, one for slightly more serious injuries, but nothing that's life-threatening. Each already have clerics staffed inside, but they seem to be a little stretched thin. There are 2 other tents, one with refreshments and one with food. There are various volunteers and guards running back and forth between everything, trying to get things delivered to the right places, and people are getting confused.
Eos, go help direct things with the severely injured.
I was thinking the same thing. He kind of squeezes your hand and then runs off to the medical area.
Hold on, Eos. I'm going to join you. I'm sure my help can be used over there.
Okay? So you run off over there as well. as you and Eos get over their pen, in the like less injured tent, well, like the green tent, we'll use triage colors: green, yellow, red. The green tent is the most full with those that have various cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Nothing major, but with as many people as there are, it's still time consuming to take care of. The moderately injured yellow tent has less people in it, but they take longer to treat. Basically, turning into the same conundrum, taking a long time to get through the people.
Well, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna start grabbing bandages and first aid kits, and I'm just gonna start, helping as many people as I can without using my magic.
Okay. So I'm assuming you'll be then in the green tent.
For now,
Okay.
because it's overwhelming in there.
I will go over to this other tent here and see where I can help.
I'll be over shortly. I'm saving my magic for over there.
Okay. Malachi, you're still directing people, while Ace and Dianus are still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Pen and Neos ran off. And
Yes.
the two dragons are kind of just sitting there, a little spooked at the commotion that's going on. They're not used to this many people in one place, all and this much yelling and direction.
I would turn around to them. They both understand Common, right? Or
Yes.
only Draconic?
Nope, they
Okay.
understand Common and Draconic.
I would say, don't worry, everything's okay. And I would just kind of, be soothing.
They give you that confused dog stare and tilt their head to the side.
That's fine, too. And I turn back to directing Trev.
Ace and Dianus, what are you doing? You do see Elish and Devlin. They're kind of approaching slowly, weaving through the crowd because they did catch a glimpse of you guys.
We will go to them. We're very pleased that they're not dead.
Yeah, we'll make our way over to them.
Okay. It takes a little bit of weaving and kind of moving with and through the various people going in all different kinds of directions. But you do eventually make it to them. And you kind of then walk to the side towards the foresty area, but not quite in the foresty area of the keep. Not kind of in the path of traffic, but somewhere where you can stand and talk.
I'm so glad to see you guys alive.
Yeah, I mean, we're so glad to be alive.
What happened out there?
Well, you sent us away, and we approached the other battlefield. As we approached, there was still combat going on. They were surrounded. They had many that were injured enough that they couldn't fight. So we planned our attack strategically and took out the stragglers that were overrunning them.
Overrun by stragglers. Jeez. It sounds like there were way too many. Way too many.
Well, there were, but that way too many would have been on top of us if we hadn't had a distraction. I am tired. Oh, that was a lot.
I can have Toothless take you guys to our room, get some rest while we try and get things sorted out here.
That's probably needed. I am quite exhausted. Figuratively and literally.
So, if Devlin wants to go, I'm sure Dionysus wants some stuff has some questions for her, but when they're done talking, we'll load them up on Toothless and he'll take them back to our room.
No.
Okay.
Plan.
Do you have anything you want to talk with your sister about?
No, I imagine she probably had a very good morning.
All right. Devlin kind of just gives you a hug, and gives you a hug, Ace, and then like flops on Toothless. Kind of that feeling when all your muscles are tired and you try climbing on something but you can't, so you kind of just flop.
I'm gonna push her up onto him. That way she can get up there so we can get her laid down.
So she's draped across him now. Elish still had enough strength to kind of just get up on Toothless's back like normal. And they're brought back in. Toothless knows where your guys' group of rooms are, so it takes him back up there. With all this chaos and commotion going on and triaging, we're going to take our break for people to pee, get snacks, get up, refill refreshments. We will be back here momentarily for all those listening in. Stay tuned.
Come back for more shenanigans.
We have plenty of eggs to offer you in this trying time.
Again?
Eggs?
Yeah.
Why eggs? Is that
Eggs are
something that
very
you
good
give people in
breakfast.
tough times? I mean, they are. I'm just curious. Like, do you give people eggs in trying times?
It's because you're a New Yorker. Alex
It's true.
and I are closer to Philly. Be quiet. You don't understand.
We will be
Hey,
back momentarily.
I don't even understand, and I'm closer to Philly, so
Thank you, Pen.
And we are back. Get the appropriate music here started. We left off with the Misfits helping triage and manage the injured and returning survivors. There were no deaths, there were many injured. Thankfully, other than being exhausted and having some scrapes, all of their companions that they sent down as reinforcements came back without much of an issue. Eos and Pen are both healing people in tents. Ace and Diana sent Elish and Devlin to rest, and Malachi has somehow found himself in charge of this whole mess. You all, well, I'll say Ace, Dionysus, and Malachi, since you're all still standing outside, not in a tent, you do see Sarxidor and Zalhace getting off packs as well, kind of in on the side of one of the tents.
Oh, how fare you both?
There's so many flying creatures. It's insane. We had to fight so many things.
It looks like you made it back well. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I start to scratch Pax's neck and be like, "And did my good boy do well? Is he okay?"
He like tilts his neck and kind of does a wing twitch. Couple scrapes, scratches, nothing major.
He is a good, brave boy.
He kind of lays down and flops over on his back.
Did you see anything in your position up high?
Anything like what?
Like, I don't know, any giant and powerful gods of hell of anthropomorphizing themselves in the near distance?
The column of black energy got bigger.
Excellent.
That'd do it, I'd say. Am I in earshot of Ace and Dionysus?
They kind of made their way over here as Zalhace and Sarxidor were seen with Pax. Pax is hard to miss. So they're over here.
Okay. But, yeah, like I said, aside from the dark column of energy getting larger, nothing else?
No, we didn't really see anything else. I mean, we were really high up, but we had to stay below the cloud line to make sure we could keep an eye. So not quite high up enough to make out anything, even then it'd be too far away for us to see the ground.
Well, at least you weren't followed.
I will say that there is a high concentration of creatures to the south.
I'm gonna look back at Ace. Didn't Elrin send her new pet over there?
To the south?
I think she sent him to the south, didn't she?
I thought they came back here with us.
No. I mean her new pet, the Demogorgon.
I thought they came back here with us.
Did the Demogorgon come back?
No, they were sent. It was sent south with the solar.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. So.
Yeah, they were sent south.
Okay.
Sorry. End of the battle. Confusing.
We did see something concerning.
Oh,
What?
A big dragon?
What kind of dragon?
The kind that has multiple heads.
A hydra?
Bigger.
Fuck.
would I be able to recognize what he's talking about when he says, multiple-headed dragon?
Roll a either history or religion check.
Um,
However you are trying to remember this.
let's go history.
Help?
Okay.
You want to help?
I was asking, does he need help? Because I can help.
You make another roll. You can roll with advantage.
Roll this one with advantage?
No, just make a second roll.
Okay.
We'll take the higher.
Ooh, much better. Dirty 20.
There is a distinct possibility with all the activities of the gods that Tiamat could be here, especially with the temple that you had already come across previously.
So when he says that, I'm going to just say, it can't be. Not her.
It very well could just be a large hydra or some other multi-headed dragon, but we're not sure. We caught a glimpse of it before it landed and started out of our sight.
He must have been massive.
It was pretty large.
What would it be doing here?
A good question. Why would she be here of all places?
And
You know dragon things.
I do. I hope I'm wrong here, because if I'm right, then this is Tiamat, the mother of all evil dragons.
Would there be any reason for her to join forces with Asmodeus?
Well,
I don't.
you have a history check that you're running off of, so I can
Yes.
give you information that you would have read or would have known from your studies. You know that Tiamat was said to have been slain or captured or sealed in some way from where she was ruling, which was the first plane of hell where the blood war is going on between the abyssal and infernal realms. This is also the same plane where Zariel is leading the force for devils in the blood war. So that plane is shared. You would also know that Tiamat, being the mother of all chromatic dragons, would be in the hellish planes and therefore under the guidance of Asmodeus, as Asmodeus is the ruler of all 9 planes of hell.
So she's subservient to him, basically.
Say it's not likely that she's here to sort of challenge him for control.
History
Probably.
says that she's done that once before and it ended badly.
If anything, she's probably under his thrall of some sort, or working
She may
for
not
him.
be subservient in the sense of subservience. She may just be here under her own self-preservation.
So she has no choice.
Barbarian, but you're mistaken.
Not like, not in the same vein as Cryovane, but
Now, what if you're standing on the altar?
Yeah, Cryovane was more of he got zapped here with everyone else.
But no, she's part of she's actively part of this kind of invasion.
If you can call it an invasion.
Okay.
You still don't know what plane this is, or where you are, or how you got here.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You still don't know what plane this is, where you are, or how you got here.
Really hate this damn plane of existence. Everything I don't want is here.
For once, we agree.
But, well, it seems like this is something that we'll have to deal with sooner rather than later.
I'm afraid all of this is compiling. We'll have to deal with all of it sooner rather than later, all at once.
Is Mira nearby? Because I'm wondering if it's getting close to that time we're supposed to have the meeting.
Well,
Because everybody.
before we get to that, we're going to hop over to the medical tents real quick here.
Okay.
Just so that the timeline isn't jumping back and forth too much. Pen, you are in the medical tents, bandaging people up. What are you talking to any of them? What are you doing while you're taking care of them?
I'm just talking to them, trying to strike conversations, so that kind of like when when you have like a dislocated bone and the doctor talks to you to take your attention off of it as you put it in place type deal.
Yeah.
Just trying to calm everybody down and trying to take their focus off of the pain as I bandage them up and heal them.
Okay.
If there's anybody of interest that would pique my attention, then I would probably speak to him a little bit more than just comforting.
Well, you do run into Maya and Brethana. Your fans.
Oh.
They're injured. They were already bandaged up, but they're kind of just hanging out there with those that they were in charge of to make sure that they're okay.
Oh. Well, hello. I'm so glad to see that you guys came back. I really wasn't sure if this should have been your first mission, but I'm glad to see that it was successful.
Yes, well, not as successful as coming back without any injured, I guess.
You're still alive.
So is everyone else.
A big. Right, we don't, that I've seen, have any dead.
No.
Some are seriously injured, but we all survived.
Thankfully.
How are you guys?
Traumatized. We've never fought.
Why? What happened?
How do you guys fight the things you fight?
Just don't think of fear. Fear itself is an enemy, and that's just one more enemy on the battlefield that you have to worry about. So if you can put fear to the side and just assess the situation like it's an everyday thing, it makes it a little bit easier. It's not something that's easy to do. Fear is a tricky demon to have to deal with, just to be able to put him to the side. It takes a lot of meditation.
I don't know anything about meditation, but that does help. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We're gonna go lay down here now. I think we all deserve some rest.
Everybody deserves some rest. After a battle that you guys had. Great job, by the way.
Thank you. Maybe the next time we can charge into battle together. And she kind of winces as she lays down.
I would like that. Now rest. We will talk later.
As you stand up and look around, you see that a majority of the people in this tent have now been taken care of and are now just kind of sitting or laying down where they can. You look across the way to the other tent, you see Eos is finishing up. It seems, and the stragglers have stopped trickling in. Everyone seems to have been treated and taken care of at this point.
Okay, then if everybody looks like they're taken care of in the green tent, then I'm going to make my way over to the yellow tent.
That Eos was in the yellow tent, and it looks like everyone's been taken care of there too.
Oh.
At least as much as they can be in this present moment. A lot of them now just need rest and sustenance.
So I'm guessing Eos is making his way back, or is he still staying in there?
He's just got done with the last patient that he was with, so you see him exiting the tent as you are exiting your tent.
Then I will go meet up with him and ask if he'd like to join me back to the group.
Ah, yes, that would be lovely. Thank you.
So how is everybody in there?
Good spirits, but they're not going to be fighting anytime soon.
Well, a good rest and a good meal always did me good.
That's what we have them doing. It looks like we may not have as many people as we thought charging south.
When do we plan on starting this charge?
Well, I overheard that there's supposed to be a meeting at some point today. I'm not sure if that has changed. First, we gotta find the rest of our group. And then I don't know, wait for word of this meeting. I'm sure we'll be involved somehow.
Oh, well, we are all counselors now, so of course we'll be involved.
I'm
Counselor.
not a counselor.
You might as well be.
I am
You saved every...
in charge of their medical program.
Understandable. I'll see what I can do. You saved everybody here just as much as we did.
I don't need to be a counselor. I'm fine with helping people.
I didn't ask for the rank either, but if that's the way everybody feels like and looks up to me as, then I will gladly take the responsibility. But nobody asks for these kind of responsibilities. They just happen. It's fate.
I don't much believe in fate anymore. Not after I was turned into a toy, at least.
Oh, I'm sorry that you don't believe in fate because of what happened, but it's not something you really have to believe in. It just happens.
He just kind of stares off into the distance for a moment while you guys walk. And you eventually find the rest of the Misfits and Zalhace and Sarks are all grouped around Pax, off in a clearing that is away from the crowd.
How is everybody?
Better. Everybody's healed up at least. They all need rest.
Much thanks to both of you. Well done.
We just supplemented the clerics that were already there.
Well, no one's taking any of their shine away.
Any word from anyone on anything? And Eos looks to you, Malachi.
Well, I mean, we're waiting on this meeting, but based on what Zalhace has said, we've got a big problem in what I believe to be the mother of all chromatic dragons, Tiamat.
Oh, that's not good.
That's beyond not good, my friend. So we need to address this with our own dragon and see what we can do.
At this moment, a messenger runs up to your group. Oh. I'm getting too old for this shit. Why'd I volunteer to be a messenger? And he's just grumbling to himself. Sorry, you don't need to hear that.
We could probably find you a job in the kitchen.
He stands up straight. No. I'll just cut my finger off. Whew.
That's one way to cook.
I'm, well, it doesn't matter who I am. Here. A message.
I take it. I assume it's in paper form?
Yes.
Thank you, messenger.
And you do matter. I wouldn't have had this without you. And I, fist bump.
You fist bump the old man.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
elderly, but old. He
I stand by what I said.
gives you a confused look and then holds his fist out and taps it gently against yours and shrugs his shoulders.
Have a good day.
I'm gonna go over here now. And he kind of walks over to the stand that has food.
So, what's it written in? Common?
Yes.
Brooke.
What's it say? I will read it out loud to
Okay.
everyone.
Misfits, you are invited to our upcoming meeting. It is happening in about 30 minutes. Same place as before.
We have a formal invitation, fellas.
It
We don't have to
seems
get dressed up, do we?
it seems rather strange at how informal this formal invitation is.
I sniff the letter. Does it have any unusual scent?
No. It's paper.
Do I recognize the handwriting? Is there a signature?
No signature. Very generic handwriting. But
Generic.
but make an investigation check as you are getting closer to the paper than the text written on the paper. You guys with the dirty 20s.
Yeah.
You do have a minus D6. So not really a dirty 20. 17 though, so not horrible. There is a slight arcane glow to the text that has been written on this paper.
Can I Arcana check it? See what information I can glean from said glow.
Go ahead.
That's a 28.
Minus D6 isn't going to change that. Okay.
It's a 5.
Yeah, it's still not going to change it. While you haven't experienced anything like this yourself from various readings, you do notice that this is probably some sort of enchantment or illusory script to hide the actual message. Or to hide an additional message. Something used to mask specific information with generic information.
Curious. I don't suppose some lemon juice will take this off.
What's a lemon? See a kid runs up behind you.
It's a demon that eats curious children.
Well, the kid looks at you,
Don't listen to her.
looks at the paper, looks back at you, starts crying and runs away.
I feel a little bad.
Look what you did.
I'm concentrating.
You see a cleric steps out and comforts the child and brings him into one of the medical tents.
Hey, so the true witch comes out when she's concentrating. Gotcha.
Just don't bother me when I'm hunched over paper.
You and your books.
Does anyone have a way of trying to decipher or read what is happening?
I can read a lot of things, but I'm not sure that's going to help us in this situation.
You can read things that you can see. This seems to be hiding something, so you cannot see what it is hiding.
Correct. Can I try to... No, that won't work. Never mind. Release me, child! Thomas, harness your daughter.
Did you mention a lemon before?
Disappearing ink will reveal the message.
So,
That's more science. It's not magic.
let me try something. Hold the paper out, please.
She holds the paper.
Okay.
I put my hand about, I don't know, I don't know how big my flame is when I produce flame. But I produce a flame in my hand just enough so the tip of the flame starts hitting the bottom of the paper.
What is your intent with this flame?
I'm pretty sure that when it's used with like lemon juice or invisible ink, that as you burn the paper and char it a little bit, you'll start to see the message come out.
The paper doesn't burn.
Damn. It's magical. Is it? Is it an enchanted message? You're better with the Arcana, Ace. Is there anything you can do to decipher or dispel an enchantment?
My dispel magic is generally only on... my counterspell is only on something that's currently being cast. I can't dispel magic. but perhaps we know someone who can. Elish. He's tired. I'm gonna go
What
wake
time
him.
is it, by the way?
It's late morning, not quite lunchtime,
Oh,
like 11:30.
I'm gonna go take this to Elish and wake his ass up. Y'all can come with me if you want.
I'm gonna go because this might be interesting.
I'll take a look around and then I'll follow. I'll just motion for midnight to stay here.
Okay.
Because I know you don't want to wake a sleeping bear, so I just want to know what it's like to wake a sleeping fox.
So now everybody's being directed by a horse? Is he just neighing and winning at various people?
As you walk back inside, you run into both Mira, who has been trying to find the other counselors or wake them up or whatever. She does have Elrin and I can't think of his name. Erut. Elrin and Erut with her.
Perhaps I don't need to wake Elish. Can either of you tell me what the meaning of this is? And I hold the letter out to Elrin and Mira.
I think I can help with that more. And Erut waves his hand over the paper. And the text changes. Doesn't disappear. The letters just shuffle around and more letters are added, some letters are taken away. Now, do not show that to anybody else but yourselves.
What did you do?
I was the one who made those letters.
You could have provided a clue as to how he could have done this without you.
It's a simple enchantment. A dispel magic of sorts would have worked.
My enchantments are for murder. She turns the letter around and looks at it.
He just kind of rolls his eyes and... Thank you, Counselor Malachi, for taking control of the situation. We will handle it from here. I assume that the various station leaders have the reports for us.
Yes, of course.
We will see you at the meeting. And they walk
No,
off into
I
the
know.
crowd. The letter now says, confidential. Do not share with anyone other than those who are meant to receive it. Legendary Misfits, counselors, and friends. You are invited to a War Council meeting. Armor and weapons are preferred, as we may be able to see what you have and either help give you some benefits or at least plan a way to use them effectively in the upcoming attack. Our scribes also have some updates for you on the rituals that have been uncovered.
Oh, thank goodness.
This sounds serious.
I'm sure with all of the amount of demons about, like was mentioned, you have to be careful.
The text turns red and begins disappearing from the page.
See, that's what the lemon juice was for.
Then the paper starts getting extremely hot.
Ace drops it.
It lights up into a small ball of fire. And then it eventually puts itself out, but there's nothing left in its place other than a scorch mark.
Well, what's one more?
Gee, they really like their secrets.
Are you all heading to the meeting now?
Who are you talking to?
Elrin and Irit and Mira.
Well, they just walked off after he undid the enchantment to take control of the situation that Malachi's leaving.
Okay, never
So you
mind
just spoke to the air. You asked a question to the air.
I was intent on my paper. I didn't realize they left yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, are you talking to someone?
What, you don't see them?
Is she pointing in any particular direction?
She gestures to where they were all just standing.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And Malachi just gives a thumbs up.
Malachi,
think that's-
you're all right. Should we send you to the infirmary?
No, but we have a meeting to go to, don't we?
It's a
Yeah.
secret.
A secret we're supposed to know.
Well, when you talk about a secret that loud, is it really that secret if other people can hear it?
There's so much commotion that no one's really near you guys to hear it, thankfully.
Let's just go as the invitation directs, yeah?
And perhaps you should bring our bag of holding. Maybe there's some useful ingredients in there that the council could use.
It's already on your person because you were given your equipment.
Yeah, that's why I'm just feeling my side to make sure that it's still there, because like I was like, yeah, I got it.
Excellent.
Where are you heading?
I suppose we should head to the meeting.
Yeah, where are the invitation directed?
Invitation just said to where the previous meeting was.
Although it also said we had 30 minutes. But I also don't know how long it took that old man to get it to us.
I mean,
So, where are you heading?
early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. So,
So we're heading
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, we'll just start over.
Again, where are you heading?
to the
Where the
old
last
meeting
meeting
spot.
was, right?
Yes.
Where was
Which
the
was-
last meeting?
The war room. Clearly.
Was it?
Yes.
Wasn't it in the in the? It was kind of in an area like one of the lower areas of the Icarian Keep.
I don't always recall directionals. I'm not fantastic at maps. But I do know just this morning, Mir said if we get lost, just ask one of her for directions.
Fair enough. Flag a mirror.
You find one carrying a bunch of cleaning supplies from inside the keep to outside, assuming that it's going to be used to clean up something. Probably blood. Yes, just go down the stairs and you'll find the area of which you're supposed to be going.
Gratitude.
She nods and goes back to her task at hand.
So we'd head in that direction.
Okay. You head downstairs back into the basement. You notice that There's a lack of people down here. It seems to have been cleared out.
This is kind of creepy.
Cleared out of civilians or everybody?
Everybody, except for you do see like the Klein and Agil for the ship admiral and captain. You do see the shopkeeps, Tucci, and Makarov.
We're just early.
You also see Luke the blacksmith. Behind you, you hear the limping of Kazuto and Asuna, who's helping him.
Start greeting everybody, shaking hands and whatnot.
You see various scribes around the room, like temple monks. Kira is down here, kind of sitting in a corner. She still looks hurt, but recovering.
I nod to Kira.
Behind Asuna and Kazuto, you have Irut and Elrin had made their way down. It seems they had left some others in charge. And as they make their way down, they close the door to the basement and put an enchantment on it. Now it seems like we have everybody. The Misfits have made it, at least those that did not just get back this morning. What is your report for how your encounters went?
Well, I would say that overall they were generally successful. We were able to subdue a couple of burgeoning demonic gods before they fully manifested. Was very much grateful to the Lady Elrin for her assistance with a magnificent aerial maneuver and her subjugation of Demogorgon, along with summoning a solar, I think. So I'd say overall we're doing pretty well, but Zolhace has provided some troubling news.
The Demogorgon and the Solar have headed south under Elrin's orders.
We also heard the troubling report that there was a new combatant that we didn't expect. Potentially, at least. No scouts can confirm as we can't get close enough.
If this is who I believe it is, this is a bad situation. Potentially Tiamat, the mother of all evil dragons.
Wait, Tiamat?
Nothing confirmed, but it's pointing in that direction, yeah.
So somebody's seen a possible Hydra flying in the sky.
I look at Zolhace.
He's not down here.
Oh, he's not down here. Okay.
Nope.
Yes. Based on Zolhace's report, he did see a multi-headed, large, well, massive rather, dragon.
Well,
but again, nothing confirmed.
Well, if it was Tiamat, each head would be a different dragon type.
From our reports, no one got a good look. Not close enough to at least see that in the level of detail.
Yeah, that's not. Ooh. And we thought we were worried about Cryovane. Well, that's another situation. Where was she? The dragon spotted last?
Down south.
South?
Yes, with the others.
So where the solar and the demigorgon went. Okay. So we need to head south.
Not yet.
We need a plan first.
We don't have enough people to support you in that expedition at this present moment.
I mean, what's the turnaround time on their recovery?
At the very least, we need to wait until Kazuto and Kira are fully recovered. Probably another day. Well, at this point, the rest of today.
The
You're
longer
gonna need
we
firepower.
the longer we wait, the further the manifestation gets along. We need to leave as soon as possible.
Can we just go in waves? We will be the first wave, and when everybody's ready, you can just send a second wave as like reinforcements.
We
Just
could.
because, like she said, the longer we wait, the more the demon can manifest, and we would rather fight it and kill it before it becomes fully demonized.
We could go in waves. That runs the risk of there being no one left to reinforce when we get there.
Well, if we all went as a group, there'd be no reinforcements anyways. So,
As a group, we have numbers.
Well, guys, what do we think?
Well, before we make a decision, our scribes have some updates for you.
Oh,
They lay out 5 scrolls. Large, rolled scrolls. Imagine the scroll that Jiraiya, or once Naruto inherits it, has for summoning the spiritual frogs.
Yep.
Yeah. The big scroll, like the size of a person, like large scrolls.
Yep.
Almost the size of a bedroll when it's rolled up it with your pack. Type deal.
Jesus.
Yeah. We've prepared these. We can't test them. So we don't know if they'll work.
So use with caution.
But essentially, the scroll has each of the rituals. Each scroll is one of the rituals that you have found inscribed and enchanted into it. These are ancient spells, so we're not sure what'll happen.
Are they still like rolled up,
Yes.
or are they open?
Nope,
Okay.
they're rolled up.
How do I know which is which? Are they labeled somehow?
Yes. By the wrapping on them, they are labeled. So they are labeled based on the chapter in which they are from.
Explain, please.
The first scroll is the Book of Summoning 3.52. So it's just labeled with a 3.52. Then the second scroll is the Banishment of Evil 4.12. So it is labeled with just 4.12. The third scroll is the Sealing Ritual, and that is 6.66. So it's just labeled with 6.66.
Naturally.
Then you have the Summoning a Solar Ritual, which is 11.11. Labeled 11.11. And the last scroll is Summoning a Deity. Whomever that deity may be.
13.
Yes, 13.13. Labeled 13.13. There's one of each, and you have 5.
Got it.
They are rather big. They don't... For as large as they are, they're not as heavy as a bedroll. Like, a bedroll's dense, so it's heavy. These are probably half the weight of a bedroll, but almost as large.
I will need to figure out a way to carry them. Heavy or not, that's a lot to carry.
I can have Midnight carry some.
Will I be able to get to him in a...
Can I put them in the bag of holding?
You probably could, but then I will need to hold the bag of holding.
You don't necessarily need... They can all be attempted to be used by anybody.
True.
Because you shared what you had found with... Like, everyone shared all of the knowledge when they found it with everyone else. So you all have the same working knowledge of what was found.
Well, all of us can carry one, and either me or Malachi can carry 2.
We could. I just have the most experience with the arcane.
Well, of course, you would be the one using it, but we can at least take some of the weight off your hands.
This is... I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No.
while this is inscribed with arcane magic, the rituals themselves are of a religious nature.
Yes. I do think I will need help. We will need to help each other with these. But I think your idea is best. Maybe we should just split them up.
I mean, we can just carry them on our backs like bedrolls, so they're easy to access, so you don't have to dig through our bags.
Yes.
Yeah, I also don't think you guys are gonna need bedrolls.
Well, no. We haven't camped out in a while. We've been coming home.
These will be in their place.
We...
How...
Go ahead.
Oh, say who wants to take what?
That is a good question. Who is taking which scroll?
He should take the summoner of deity.
Me or you? You're the paladin.
I feel like you have a better chance of summoning yours than I do with mine. But, I mean, I don't mind giving it a shot. I just... Bahamut does what he wants.
Raven
That
Queen
being
does-
said-
Until Tiamat is involved.
Yeah, I was just thinking that actually.
Yeah.
That being said, because I would know that.
Yes.
So as I say that, I'm like, on second thought, and I'm gonna grab the summon a deity scroll.
Okay. So you can add just summoning a deity scroll to your inventory.
Gotcha.
It's 4 others.
I'll take the banishment of evil. I feel partially responsible for the reason it's here.
So you are taking the second scroll.
Yes.
There are 3 scrolls left. You can add the Banishment Evil 4.12 to your inventory.
I will take 666.
The Sealing Ritual.
Yes.
Okay. That leaves the Solar and the first scroll.
Who will be carrying 2?
I mean, Midnight can carry a second if need be.
Or
If
the
someone
dragon.
can get to midnight, or the dragons.
Let's give one to Draco. Draco's always with Dianus.
That's
Which
fair.
one are you giving to Draco?
Let's give him the summoning a solar. We may need these to be in this order, and that'll give us time to get it from him if need be.
Okay.
Diana, the book of summoning.
So Dionysus has the first one. I know she is having some problems right now, so I will add that to her inventory. Okay. It is added to her inventory. The scrolls have been divided. Now, do we agree that we wait for those to recuperate, or would you like to move out as soon as possible?
If they're ready, as you say, in a day or two, we'll go. But I can't imagine waiting any longer.
They should be ready,
I think
at
that's
least
fair.
our most powerful, looking over at Kazuto and Kira, should be ready in the morning. From their own estimates, not mine.
Then we wait. Best to attack at our strongest. Again, this is Tiamat. I mean, again, my god is fickle, but hopefully he'll choose to intervene.
We'll see. We just hope the spells work. Otherwise, this is going to be one hell of a fight. Literally.
Anything else that you suggest? And I would relay all the information that I have on Tiamat.
From what we understand, the scrolls need the rituals need one person to focus on each ritual. We assume that they cannot be interrupted while they're focusing on the ritual. And we're not sure what happens if they were to be interrupted.
From
Are they continued concentration or only while they're being cast?
From analyzing the books and the other documents that we had our hands on, it seems that they are not continual concentration in the sense that you have to continually feed it energy. It is more so that you need to focus on the ritual to cast it, which has a longer casting time than traditional spells. But once cast, it is no longer needed. Concentration is no longer needed.
Got it. We just need enough spellcasters for the one who's carrying Drago. So
You
Yep.
either need to have a large force so that there can be those that protect those that are casting these rituals, or you cast one ritual at a time.
think we'll end
How
up
long?
time.
How long is this ritual casting time?
Again, we're not 100% sure. It's hard to gauge that without being able to test the actual rituals.
Well, from the regular rituals that I have casted before, it at least took 10 minutes. I'm not sure if these would be the same because these are different than the rituals I have casted, but the shortest time was 10 minutes.
A standard ritual spell from an arcane nature would be 10 minutes. We have cut that time down by creating these scrolls for you. That's why they're so large.
Gotcha.
But we don't know what we cut the time down to because we can't attempt to cast them. These scrolls are one-off, so once it's used, it's done.
Okay.
We suspect that the shorter ones are going to be the first and third scrolls that we gave you. The second one may take a little bit more time. And the last two are completely dependent on those in which you are trying to summon. If they are feeling agreeable or the threat is large enough, they may opt to come in without much effort on your part. But unlike those that we call the Dark Gods, the Light Gods are less inclined to intervene with those of mortal affairs.
This is going to be a first for all of us.
Hopefully not a last.
Never going to be our last.
I respect the optimism, but again, this is Tiamat
And Asmodeus.
and
And
We had to-
Zariel.
Zariel's in this too.
Zariel was down there. She's one of the 4 elite monks.
I really hope I can pull this off. with the summoning. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
Is there a range on these?
In yes and no. For example, the 2 summoning spells. The circle was drawn large enough on the scrolls to give the entity enough space to be summoned into. Otherwise, you would have had to draw out everything yourself on the battlefield. For the second spell, there is a range, but it's not a short range. As long as you can see the thing that you're targeting, you're most likely going to be able to get it. The other 2 spells require the thing to be in the circle.
Right.
Or at least its essence to be in the circle. Spiritual energy to be drawn to the circle.
Malachi, it would probably help to have some sort of religious item to help draw that energy into the center.
What kind of item? I'm sorry.
Religious.
I kind of, look around on my person. I don't know if I have anything like that. I have holy water, but an actual insignia.
You do have your whatever you have as your holy symbol as a paladin.
I've been using my short sword as my. Oh wait, no. Hold on a second. Let me.
That was your original one. I thought you had I thought you had then changed it to something else.
Not that I'm aware of.
There's time to find one. We're not leaving till tomorrow.
That.
Whatever you've been using as your holy symbol or as your focus can be used because since it's being used as a focus, it has had the the holy energy imbued into it, essentially.
So I unsheathe my short sword and I kind of spin it around a little bit and hold it here. This is what I've got. This is my focus. It's my father's.
May he be with you during this battle.
I nod in appreciation, and then I resheath the short sword. We'll need everything.
Do we have a plan, a battle plan with the backup, and to pull attention while we're casting spells?
What's the cast time on these scrolls?
Unsure.
Unsure.
Less than 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm just gonna need someone to cover me.
Rather quick for those that are doing summonings, less quick for the other ones. Depending on your deities or entities' cooperation of what you are trying to summon.
I'm also gonna try and remain hidden.
That may take some more skill as it's an open field.
Also, you are always one with a target on your back because you're the biggest threat out there.
That's
Usually.
not all. That's fair, but that's not always the truth. And he points to his boots. These boots are really sneaky, or make me really sneaky. So, I have a better shot at being unseen, especially if we have a big enough force.
And we can also create a wall in front of the summoner for the time being, and then when they're ready, we can break the wall. Diana's can create a wind wall. I can create other types of walls.
I have
This way,
walls.
well, I mean, if you're casting, I mean, yes, you can help one of us when we're casting, but I think if we put a wall up and not even allow our enemy to see what we're doing, it might even be more of a surprise.
It wouldn't be the first time I hid sneaky boots here behind a cloud.
I didn't even think about fog cloud. I can create a huge fog cloud. But
I
then that
mean,
would
we're not doing
obstruct
another
us.
aerial. Oh, wait, yeah, you said a fog cloud. Okay.
Yeah, but then that would make it hard for us to see.
We
So it would make
can
it.
teleport you down to the town of Angrad. But you'll have to trek south from there to get to the temple ruins where the combatants are.
Do you know how long of a trek that is?
It's not very long. There's a paved path, as long as you don't run into any distractions or creatures. It shouldn't take you more than 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then, yes, we wait for our fighting force to be fully stocked, and then we'll be teleported in, and then make our way down.
At this point, everyone seems to be in agreement. The door to the basement is opened, and you are told to go just spend time with those you care about. Grab food, rest, relax. You know, prepare your mind for what is the battle that is going to happen.
Whether will they be keeping our weapons to do anything to them, or are they simply for plans? We were asked to bring them.
You can leave your weapons down here with us. We will do what we can to try to at least give you a slight edge up with them. This is Elrin talking.
If it's all right, I might leave my armor instead.
Not sure how much we'll be able to do the armor versus weapons, but we can try.
I don't know
I
you.
look at Ace. What's wrong with your armor? You've got good armor.
It is, but if anybody can make anything better, I trust my Elrin.
No, that's fair.
Anyone else leaving anything?
Malachi is gonna unsheathe his great sword and leave it there.
Okay.
Not certain what you can do to this, but every little bit helps, I suppose,
Okay.
and it is appreciated.
Pen.
I'm gonna. Does it matter how many things we leave?
No.
I'm gonna take my bracers of defense off.
Okay.
Wait, what? I think I have them on. If I do, I just don't have it check marked. And ring of free action?
Yeah, you don't have either of those equipped right now.
That's why I'm not sure if I had them on, just not equipped, or
They're not equipped or attuned.
that's why, because they need attunement. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, well then I'm just gonna take my set of leather off and leave that there.
Okay. Yeah, Bracers of Defense require attunement, and Ring of Free Action requires attunement.
Gotcha. I
Okay.
thought I only had the robe of serpents, but I guess I had other stuff that I didn't know about.
Let me grab this note. Let's D, are you able to talk? I'm not sure how your internet connection is. Alright, we can determine what Daeonis is going to leave. Off session because she's having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
With that, the meeting closes out. Oh, she can hear. She's typing. And you all are left to your own devices. So, at this point, we are going to close out a little early since Malachi has another appointment to get to. How dare he have another D&D session? We're going to close out there with the
Unfaithful.
Misfits spending the rest of their day relaxing and recovering. And we'll pick back up after they get their long rest and in the morning before the what is going to be probably the final assault. Everybody have a good night, and we will see you next week, in a few days actually.
Tiamat. I hope you guys are ready. If anybody who's listening, check out Tiamat just for your room, because she is a beast, literally and figuratively.
I have arcane anxiety.
Eldritch Terror. She's not an Eldritch Terror, but she's on that level.
True.
No.
Have a good
Good night, everybody.
Enjoy your weekend. If you are in a storm path, stay safe in the storms, and we will see you next week.
Good night.
Bye. May your power stay on.